What is ROP? Required Organizational Practices, or ROPs, are goals that Hadi uses to ensure a healthy environment and the best possible care for patients. ROPs are used internationally to support best practices of patient safety, fostering quality improvement through accreditation. This report focuses on required practices related to medication management in Hadi. All these required organizational practices have a strong connection to work, and the practices listed here fit together well with Hadi's Patient Safety Initiative, or PSI, on medication management area. For example, management of high alert medications and concentrated electrolytes, availability of narcotics and heparin products, and correct client identifiers before administering medications, and infusion pump trainings. As infusion pumps has been associated with persistent safety problems that can result in over or under infusion and missed or delayed therapy. All of these are an important focus of safe medication practices. Antimicrobial Stewardship Program. ROP number 1. The organization has a program for antimicrobial stewardship to optimize antimicrobial use.
A bit of blood stains makers are not significant. His blood tests show a viral infection more than bacterial infection. And I'm suspecting it might be one of the viruses going around these days. H1, exactly. Because if you look at the tests, they're not that significantly high, really. And his CRP is not that high. It's a bit high, but it's not that significantly high.
Okay.
And we are seeing cases of positive. He already started Rosofin once daily for 5 days, as usual. And then now he's on Tavanik. I just told him now, so I'm going to modify his treatment. I will keep him on Tavanik since he started yesterday on that. And I'm going to do a swab for them for the virus. And might start him with the Tamiflu.
Dr. Khalid Sabah and myself and Dr. Bunal, we are the antimicrobial stewardship team. We are monitoring patients for the appropriate and the accurate use of antibiotics in Hadi according to our guidelines that has been developed 3 years ago.
Involving pharmacists, physicians, and other healthcare providers, Hadi initiated the Antimicrobial Stewardship Interdisciplinary Team. Antimicrobial Stewardship Program aims to improve the use of antibiotics. Is an important patient safety aspect. Concentrated electrolytes. ROP number 2. The organization evaluates and limits the availability of concentrated electrolytes to ensure that formats with the potential to cause harmful medication incidents are not stocked in client service areas.
check on the orders and make sure that the order is written for 24 hours. And the electrolyte is entered electronically with the correct concentration of the electrolyte, and the IV fluid is written manual on the side. Then the pharmacy called the compounder, whether it is me, the clinical pharmacist, during the duty hours. If I'm not available, then they will call the supervised nurses in order to compound the electrolyte. Once it is prepared, then we call the nurse in charge for administering it, and the nurse will double check on the compounding and make sure everything is okay, and then she signs for double checking on the compound as well as in the logbook. We receive orders from physicians for the compounding of IV electrolyte admixtures. Once we receive it, and it's all within the criteria of safe compound, then we carry on the compounding by preparing the medication that we need to prepare. For example, these are the IV fluids that are all stored here, and we log down the compounding in our logbook. And after preparing the label, with the patient information and all the electrolyte admixture with the IV, we take it inside. The prescriptions from Gynae, from CCU, from any wards.
Well, who administers it? Is it the nurses?
The nurses.
Okay, so they come here. Do they have to take permission from you to?
Well, they check the order and then they just take it and administer it for the IV electrolyte. It has to have a specific environment and ISO criteria. So inside we have the luminous hood where we prepare the compounder. They prepare themselves before they go inside and prepare the IV electrolyte here, and here inside laminar air fluid in order to prepare it safely and make sure that the patient receives it safely and effectively.
Hadi has list of concentrated electrolyte storage areas. Every concentrated electrolyte is separated, stored on the shelf in separate colored boxes. Only one concentration of each electrolyte available. Concentrated electrolyte has been removed from all at unit level except the locked crush cart as per the MOH guidelines. Heparin. ROP number 3. The organization evaluates and limits the availability of heparin products to ensure that formats with potential to cause harmful medication are not stocked in client areas.
To heparin high concentration, it has been removed from all units, and the pharmacy holds only one concentration of heparin, and it is not used as an anticoagulant as before. An alternative to heparin with low molecular weight heparin is applicable in Hadi hospital, and this heparin is only used for heparinization. As I mentioned earlier, heparin is removed from all units and stored in pharmacy.
Hadi's pharmacy developed and standardized a list of heparin products, medication concentrations, and volume options. Also, Hadi's pharmacy reduced the heparin products formats to only one concentration, and instead, a low molecular heparin weight is in use. High Alert Medication Strategy. ROP number 4. The organization implements a comprehensive strategy for the management of high alert medications. Hadi has a high alert medication list for antithrombotic agents, concentrated electrolytes, insulins, narcotics or opioids, neuromuscular blocking agents, and sedation agents.
Before we start with our each shift, we check for the narcotic how much is remaining in our stock. Then we check for the prescriptions whatever was used by the previous shift as well as the logbook also. Then each morning we are sending our used narcotics IV.
The narcotic cupboard is open. The key is kept with the in charge or the staff on in charge of the duty. Here we have psychotropics Tramal 5 ampules, narcotic Petrin 5 ampules, Petrin 100 milligram 10 ampules, and Dormicum narcotic psychotropic we have 5 ampules each. We also have tab Lexatonal as well as tab Dormicum available, for which the prescription is prescribed given by the concerned physician.
Hadi developed the storing, prescribing, dispensing, and compounding concentrated electrolytes policy, and training is provided as the compounding guidelines was introduced.
We receive orders from physicians for the compounding of IV electrolyte admixtures. Once we receive it, and it's all within the criteria of safe compound, then we carry on the compounding by preparing the medication that we need to prepare. For example, these are the IV fluids that are all stored here, and we log down the compounding in our logbook, and after preparing the label, with the patient information and all the electrolyte admixture with the IV, we take it inside the prescriptions from Gyne, from CCU, from anyone.
Do
administer this? The nurses
The
who then,
nurses.
okay, so they come here. Do they have to take permission from you to?
Well, they check the order and then they just take it and
They just take
administer for the ID electrolyte. It has to have a specific environment and ISO criteria. So inside we have the nominal hood where we prepare a centurion, where the compounder, they prepare themselves before they go inside, and we have prepared the ID electrolyte here, and here is laminar air fluid in order to prepare it safely and make sure that the patient receives it safely and effectively.
Infusion Pump Training. ROP number 5. The organization provides ongoing effective training for service providers on all infusion pumps. Nurses require education and training every 2 years to maintain their competency in using all infusion pumps safely. In Hadi, there are different types of education available for both new and existing staff to ensure this mandatory competency is maintained.
You know different parts of the machine. This is the monitor we are using, and this is the cassette holder. You can open like this and put the cassette here. On the monitor, we have the keys to the primary line, secondary line, and the numbers, and the up and left key, down and the right. Okay, if you want to turn the liquid, just come on.
In-class infusion pump training, hands-on on large volume infusion pump training is offered either monthly or bi-yearly for new nurses or nurses who requires renewal. And IB therapy team is responsible to schedule these trainings. Unit-based education educators provide just-in-time education with nurses requiring unit-based support with all infusion pumps. Mentors and checklists are available to support and to complete their competency renewal. Documentation: the head nurse or team leader or educator will track your complete infusion pump training when you have attended or completed the training.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Erlinda Cameron from Nursery, and I've been working here in Hadi for 10 years or more. And during our orientation, we are detailed training for some of the equipment such as infusion pump. And as a nurse, we should know how to manipulate and to know the function of the infusion pump because we are using it in some of our patients, especially if the patient are receiving medication such as in isolation, and of course for the safety of our patients.
Hello, good afternoon. I am Sister Pramavalli, head nurse of nursery in Nuthu unit. As a head nurse, it is my responsibility to make sure that my staff is competent to utilize the infusion pumps. And I am coordinating with the education and training to review their competencies every 2 years. And the database is available in the education and training office. Thank you.
Limiting high concentrated narcotics. ROP number 6. The organization evaluates and limits the availability of narcotics or opioid in the patient care area.
I am the head nurse of male section 2. The narcotics are kept in the male section 1 in the first floor, and on each floor they have the narcotics. Third floor the narcotics are kept in female 1, and the fourth floor the narcotics are kept in royal suite. The doctor prescribes the medication, and the prescription is written on each one of these registers. After the administration of the injection, 2 staff will sign in the prescription. After that, the prescription will be sent to the pharmacy for payment. The next day, the staff, in charge of the section, will go down to the pharmacy and collect the injections and replace the stock back to the concerned sections.
Regarding narcotics, we have a standardized list of narcotics and psychotropics as well. We don't have 2 medications in 2 concentrations except for pethidine 50 mg and 100 mg. Other than that, everything we have only 1 concentration of the same medication. We have very good policy and protocol in place for narcotics and psychotropics for prescribing, dispensing and administration all over the hospital. And alhamdulillah, everything is good in place. Thank you.
Hadi Clinic has the unique distinct of being the first premier private hospital in Kuwait, offering a range of inpatient and outpatient services, and has emerged as the latest and finest in services. Hadi continually provide and parallel services towards patients' care. Through its company's vision and mission, we are able to garner some special recognition and accreditation of its continuous improvement on its tradition of excellence. It is a stimulating environment that has employed from over 30 different countries. These employees are drawn from their unique and priceless dedication to its profession, demonstrated to its compassionate science and passionate care. This is Nursing Supervisor Cyron Grande Hardiniano reporting for Medication Use for ROP Patient Safety Awareness Campaign.